Hey, I'm Dr. Abby Medcalf, and if you're looking for a brand new way to make decisions in your relationship when the two of you are at an impasse or can't agree on something and you really want to have a better outcome than compromising or just meeting in the middle where both of you feel like you gave up too much, if you're ready for a new way to do that, I'm going to teach it to you right now in today's Connection Quickie. So here's the deal. Here's what you're going to do. It's a quick step process. So let's say you and your partner disagree about something. I'm just going to think of one. So it could be something little or something big. I just want to say that. So it could be something little like which way the forks should go in the dishwasher, tines up or tines down. Or it could be something big like moving into a new house in a new school district, and is that going to be good for the kids to be in the new school, or maybe thinking should we put them in private school versus public, something like that, or buying a new car, something larger. It could be something larger, and you just can't agree. You don't agree that you should buy the sports car, or you don't agree on whatever. So what you're going to do is this. You're going to sit down and actually say, this is time we're going to talk about this. And you might schedule that. You might have a couples business meeting. That's a different Connection Quickie if you want to go check that one out on couples business meetings. But whatever it is, have a real defined time where you're going to give each other your full attention and, full on talk. That's number one. Then after you have that specific time with no distractions where you're going to have this conversation, I want you to choose someone who's ultimately going to make the decision. Usually this is the person who's sort of complaining the loudest about something or who has the most issue with something, but it could be either of you. It doesn't matter. And I'll explain a little more about that in a minute, but you're going to choose someone who's going to make the final decision, and then the two of you talk it out. So you talk first. Let's say you want private school. And you're going to talk about all the points and why you feel so strongly about this and where it comes from. Talk about your feelings too, but any of the factors you might have, any of the facts of, our school district is dangerous, or I want them to go to a Christian school, or I don't know, whatever it might be, whatever your points are, feel free to take notes. Feel free to read from notes to, really, really be clear. And then when you're done, your partner will go. So there's no rebuttals in between. It's just really saying your piece. The other person can take notes if they're afraid they're going to forget a point you made and how they want to talk about that. And then let's say your partner thinks your kid should go to private school. And then they would talk from that, it's like a debate, really. They would go from that angle and say why they think that. And you have to listen. I mean, truly listen. I always say listen like you're wrong. Listen like you're truly curious. What is making my partner tick right now? What is really motivating what they're saying? If you can get there, you can usually get to the bottom of something. If you can really think about that and not just your own agenda or that you're right and they're wrong, none of that. This is a collaborative effort. Then, so you each say your point. I have some couples who like to then do one more round of that, and that's fine too if you feel it, but I'd really rather you just said what you say, they say what they say, and really listen, and then whoever you chose to make the choice makes the choice. Given the information, given everything that's happening, that person would then say, okay, we're gonna actually, you know what, you changed my mind, I agree with I don't love the idea of private school, but I hear how important this is to you, so I'm going to get on board. And then, and here's the most important part, whatever gets decided, you have to go in 100% as if it was your idea. There's none of this, if something doesn't go well with it, to go, see, I told you, I knew that wasn't going to work. There's none of that. There's no energy going in of, this is stupid, or, this is the worst decision ever. You are a team. I say this all the time. Couples, you're a shared resource. If you are draining from one side of the resource, you're draining yourself. So if you're sitting there thinking, I'm so smart and and I'm right and all that, all you're doing is pulling from yourself, because your partner's going to feel defeated. They're going to feel anxious. They're going to feel angry. They're going to get resentful, all that good stuff. That is not helping you. That is not helping your relationship. And I'll tell you, I took this tool from the businesses I worked in for many years. When you're in a business, you know, everyone can hash out in a meeting. Let's say there's some new plan to do something, and I would go in the meeting and go, okay, guys, this is your time to hash this out. If you have a complaint, if you have a criticism, a concern, whatever you have, a suggestion, now is the time. Not later, not in 2 weeks, now. And we'll sit here as long as we need to, but now is the time. And then at the end of that, though, one person would make the decision. And once they, you know, hearing all the sides, hearing all the concerns, hearing all the pieces, truly listening. That's what good leaders do. They listen. I want you to be a leader in your relationship. So when you really listen and hear everything and then make an informed decision as best you can with all that information, and then we would tell the team, time to get on board and follow that. You're not going to sit at your desk and talk about how much it sucks. You're not going to talk behind this person's back. You're not going to undermine this whole process because you didn't get your way. You're going to jump on board, because in that too, the success of the company means your success. If this company does really well, then you'll do well. You might get a promotion or raises or whatever. So it's the same in our personal relationships as in those work relationships. We have to get fully on board, fully behind our person, because really that's what partnership is. I call my man my partner. He's my partner in things. We share. If you're partnering with someone truly, you have a joint effort towards a common goal. You're really thinking of something together. So that's your new process for making decisions in your home and with your partner. And by the way, this works with kids. And like I said, I already told you, it works at work. It works everywhere, because it's a way to really see relationships as a shared resource, as one battery that you want to fill. That's it for today. I'm Dr. Abby Medcalf. I help people create lasting change in their relationships in a short amount of time, even if their partner or their boss or anyone else won't do a thing. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel so more people can hear all this great information you're getting. Have a great day, everybody.